Comedy Cup, and welcome to another episode here for the Funky Pod Mindful Media and Communication. And I appreciate that you're tuning in because, well, chances are you are what this episode is about, right? Because it happens a lot. It happens to everybody. You slept, hopefully. You rested. And you didn't do anything productive all weekend, which is fine. It's the weekend. And you're still tired. But it's not just physical. It's not just stress, right? It's media tired. Yeah, the exhaustion that comes from always being a little bit on. Like even when you're technically offline, you're not at work or you're not studying, not preparing any work for uni or work. But in a world where every moment is shareable, every opinion needs updating, and let's be honest, every DM feels like a task that we have to get to. Yeah, rest stops feeling natural and it starts feeling like guilt. Like I have to know everything, I have to stay updated, I have to reply, and so on. So that leads me to the intro, right? Like, why are you always kind of on? So welcome to the communication overload theory. What a fitting name, right? So originally this theory was developed to explain workplace stress, but now it's applicable to life, to all of it. Because every day we're managing like notifications, comments, messages, group chats, email, platform switching, and the worst maybe even those silent expectations to always be reachable. And that's not just multitasking. It's multi-presencing. We make this a thing. It's multi-presencing, like being digitally available in multiple contexts at the same time. It has no clear boundary between what's personal, what's professional, passive roles. So you always have to be there. So you're not just answering messages, you're managing impressions, and that constantly. So, as always, we're going to quickly look into some theories that might explain that. Ready? Let's go. First theory for you in this episode. Technostress. And no, that's not like when you listen to German electronic music, even though I would suggest that that's very similar. But technostress comes from the 80s, actually, like a long time ago, but it's now more relevant than ever. It's stress caused by the constant interaction with and also the psychological demands that come along with it, with technology, right? So you're managing apps, updates, messages, digital etiquette, like different platforms, different audiences, different etiquettes. That's emotional labor that we're all exposed to. And not to mention to be up to speed on everything, trends, news, dynamics, all those things. You didn't see what I posted? You didn't see what they then posted? Why not? Come on. And that's just before breakfast. Yeah, so that's Technostress for you. Cue some EDM soundtrack now. Second, we talked about this a little bit before, parasocial fatigue. We don't just consume content anymore, right? We are emotionally invested in the creators that we follow, the influencers that we like, the micro communities that we're part of. We're really into it, which is good. But that's taking a toll on you. Because we're developing one-sided relationships that feel mutual. That's the parasocial part. We talked about this before in the podcast, right? Parasocial relationships. So when you follow, let's say, 50 people whose lives you really care about, but who never interact with you back, because that's parasocial relationships, right? You're following people, you know everything about them, but they don't even know who you are. So if you do that, and if it's just 50 people, it doesn't sound like a lot, like on in real life, it would be a lot. On Instagram, on TikTok, it's not a lot, right? But if you do it with only 50 people, just imagine that's emotional energy that you're putting out into that relationship with zero return. There's nothing coming back. So it's not that these connections are fake, but they're just asymmetrical. And over time, this imbalance that you're putting stuff in, emotions in, without getting emotions back, leads to fatigue. And the third theory for you, we call it the media dependency theory. Okay, so let me start like this. The more uncertain the world, the more we depend on media for stability, because we want to know what's going on. Why is this happening? Tariffs in the US. Why? Explain it to me. Like, I don't get it. What does it mean for me? What does it mean for us? And so on, right? But the more we depend on the media, the more power the media has to shape our emotions, our decisions, our routines. So it's not just your job or your phone, it's also your coping mechanism and that feedback loop. And that's kind of addictive. Yeah, the feedback loop is designed to be addictive. I didn't want to say it, but it's designed to be addictive, right? That's the purpose for it. So you're exhausted because your nervous system has no off switch anymore. You're always some kind of nervous. Depending on the media so much, you keep checking, you're getting notifications, because we try to figure out our place in the world, what's going on in the world, how it affects us, how it affects others, what does it mean, and so on. So we can't really switch off anymore. And we're depending so much on the media. And this leads me now to, well, the possible implications here, right? Because it's not just the screen time that's scary, that could affect us, but the media tiredness hides in other aspects too. So it's not just how much time do I spend looking at the screen. And there are a few other aspects that play into it. For example, the guilt of not responding fast enough. Your friends text you, like, oh God, yeah, I have to respond. If I don't respond, they're going to be mad at me, for example, right? So that's one thing, the guilt of not responding fast enough. Or the feeling like you need to have a take on everything. Like your friends are commenting here, they're commenting there, they're talking about this, they're talking about the tariffs, for example, and you're like, I didn't even think. Oh no, yeah, let me think about it. Wait, I have to find more. The feeling that we have to have a take on everything that's out there in the media, because it's out there, people talk about it, so I need to know. Yeah, that's another part that leads to this media fatigue. Or you're watching other people rest, right? They're chilling, they're having a great time out there, while putting it on Instagram. They're on nice yachts, chilling at the beach, hiking, whatever. So you watch them rest and you're wondering, why can I do that? Am I doing resting wrong? I'm just chilling at home on a Sunday. Am I doing something wrong? Should I be doing something different? Put it on IG, like why? Yeah, also leads to media fatigue. Or the pressure to be productive and how you relax. Like wellness content is everywhere, right? Here is how I meditate. Here is my 7 most favorite yoga positions to achieve whatever. Wellness as content is huge, and of course we're consuming it because we want to be better, we want to be healthier, and so we're feeling the pressure to be more productive in the way we relax. Just sitting at home playing with your cat is not an option anymore. Leads to fatigue. And of course, let's not forget group chat politics. That feels like project management. You're in group chats with your friends, with colleagues, whatever it might be. And it's always like, okay, you do this, I do that. We're going to meet at 7. You cannot do 7. When can you do? Oh, you can do tomorrow. Can you do after tomorrow? It feels like project management at work, even though it's supposed to be a fun group chat. And of course, last point on this, that that creeping fear that silence equals invisibility. If no one hears me, no one thinks about me. I have to say something. I have to be out there. I have to put something out. Didn't post on IG for a day. Oh, no. So in a culture that rewards presence, attention, and visibility, doing nothing starts to feel like a threat to your relevance. And that's scary. And that leads me to a question. And it might sound like a weird question, but what does real rest look like now? Because let's be honest, right? Logging off isn't really realistic. You're not gonna leave your phone at home. Are you crazy? And I think there's a difference between being offline and being free. So if you're talking like some practical reflections, right? You could ask, well, are you choosing media like actively to like consume something in the moment? Or are you defaulting to it? You're going somewhere and like right away, just like opening IG, TikToks, and because that's just what you do, not because you want to consume something, but because you feel like you have to do it. Are you resting? Or are you numbing out while still feeling the system? Yeah, so let's assume you're at home, for example, you want to chill, relax, maybe you're in bed, and you still keep scrolling that feed. Is that actually resting for you? Or is that just trying to, because you do it, it's normal, we do it on the feed, just until you're like getting exhausted, numbing out. And while doing so, you're still feeding that system. And it's going to send you more updates. It's going to send you more notifications and so on. Are you performing self-care? Or are you actually doing it? Are you performing it for IG, TikTok? Look at me, I'm going to a wellness retreat. I'm going to a spa now. I'm going to whatever. Quick, find the right angle, find the right caption, find the right framing. Oh no, the light wasn't good. Do it one more time. Or are you actually doing it? Are you actually relaxing? Are you actually recovering? Are you actually meditating? That's questions you can ask yourself. And now I have a question for you. When was the last time you were bored without reaching for a device? Yeah, real rest means no input. That's what rest is about. It means not just no work, no measuring, no responding, no managing perception. And maybe, most importantly, permission to not be seen. Rest is for you, not for them. So if you will, and I'm giving you time to rest in just a second, if you will, you could say rest is resistance. Because I'm hesitating to say it because then I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but the system wants you wired, right? Wants you tuned in. So you're not lazy if you're resting. You're not behind if you're resting. And if you're feeling tired the whole time, same thing, right? It's nothing to freak out about. You are tired all the time because you're running on a nervous system that was just never meant to be that plugged in. That's, even though it's normal for you, that's relatively new to the human race. So our nervous system was not meant to be like always on all the time. So media tiredness is real. And it doesn't go away with a nap or a new app. Because there are so many apps like replace doom scrolling with, now you're replacing it with that app. It goes away, media tiredness, when you reclaim your inner space from that external noise. And I understand I sound like a guru right now. Reclaim your inner space, but do it. Try it, and you will see you will feel less exhausted. In a culture of constant contact, true rest isn't just recovery, it's rebellion. Be a rebel. Take your rest. So, and now ending on this, take the guilt out of your downtime. Yeah, mute what needs muting. Mute buttons are one of the best things that your phones come with. Mute. Mute people, mute notifications, mute everything. Again, take the guilt out of your downtime. Ignore what can wait. And remember, you don't owe the world your presence every time it knocks. Rest is for you, not for them. Now go take your rest, and we'll talk again next week. Until then, take care, stay safe, rest, radikal.